Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. For the Knicks, they continue their stretch of home games. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games.
And in their two matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
Exactly. I mean, when you lose as much as they did last year, you'll get beat by teams that aren't playoff powers for sure.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Bledsoe and Knight of the backcourt. And it's Chandler in at the five down low. Shot clock at 6. That's good.
What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Carmelo Anthony, the third pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
And the dunk by Lopez.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Outside Anthony. This is to Galloway. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003 all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with the rebuilding Knicks team last season.
Now here's Anthony. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Bledsoe kicks to Chandler. Pass to Morris. They set the pick. Got a piece of it.
Hey guys, talking about Melo, I mean, he's faced some difficult injuries here of late. That puts all the more pressure on him to win a ring as soon as possible. No way does he want to retire without that chance.
Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to Brooklyn. And here we go, Anthony heading to the hoop. And he gets it to go.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Here's Knight after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. And Chandler throws it down.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Here's Anthony. And Chandler sends it back. Knight kicks to Bledsoe. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Morris with the rebound. The Suns trailing. Chandler the pass to Morris. Knocks down the 3 ball. Morris has got 5 points so far.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Porzingis passes to Lopez. He dishes it to Galloway. Afflalo outside. Just 5 to shoot.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll bend your ear if you make mental error.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Price dishes to Len. Back to Price. He kicks it to Len. The Suns need to get a shot off. Booker. And a miss there on the triple. The Knicks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Galloway kicks to Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. And it's the Knicks with the ball. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. And Lure kicks to Weems. Connects from three-point range.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Galloway. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Porzingis. Rebound by the Suns.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And the jam by Sonny Weems.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. What a season for Alex Len last year. Came in looking to find a spot for the team, and he made huge jumps in his game.
And I think it correlated with his minutes going up as well. I mean, played a lot more minutes, and he's a very complete big guy. With the added minutes, the production has gone up as expected.
You know, you can expect young big men to improve over time, but I didn't think anyone expected Len to jump ahead so fast.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Knicks trail by 5.
And a final remark, guys, on Len. I mean, his defense was the big benefactor. I mean, he was a force in the paint and developed into a really solid rim protector. Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Now here's Bledsoe. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Morris, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Galloway kicks to Aflalo. To the inside. Got a piece of it. A second chance effort. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 6 points. Phoenix has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Bledsoe outside. Knight against Aflalo. And Tucker has it in the corner. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. So for the Knicks, Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Vujicic comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. Here's Morris. Rebounded by Anthony.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him. But with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Williams, he's checked in for New York. Now here's Bledsoe. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Clock at 6. Pass to Morris. Fires high post. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it. Good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
New York calls timeout.
One thing about Eric Bledsoe, he made it clear he wanted to be paid like an upper-tier player, and that led to quite a negotiation between he and the Suns last year. Ultimately, the two sides agreed to a 5-year, $70 million deal.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Anthony. Grant outside. Now the pass to Serafin. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And Phoenix has possession. Now Bledsoe. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. The feed to Tucker. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Talking about Eric Bledsoe's contract, many insiders felt like it was too much for a sporadic talent. We knew that he was the good backup in Los Angeles with the Clippers and going to Phoenix in a more prominent role, but he went on to have a dynamic season, proving that, Greg, and you know this position so well, he has the ability to be one of the best league's combo guards, I think.
I agree. I mean, consistency will tell the tale when it comes to Bledsoe. I mean, the rebounds and assists, the averages were up last year, but his shooting percentages were down. So is Bledsoe a near max level player? Only time will tell.
And Morris throws it down.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Here's Grant. That one goes. Count it. The Suns leading. Bledsoe outside. Passes to Morris. Back to Bledsoe. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Williams tries to keep it alive, but he gets it back. Back to Grant. Here's Vujicic. He's guarded by Knight. Vujicic the pass to Williams. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Morris a screen. Bledsoe kicks to Knight. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the boards for them.
Yeah, +5. As you mentioned, that didn't take very long, did it? And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
On the wing, Williams. And he hits it to tie the game up. Williams has got 6. Phoenix has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Chandler a screen. Right wing. And a fast break now for New York. Grant leading the charge. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And here are the Suns now. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Feeds to Morris. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Tucker dishes to Morris. 5 on the clock. No good. And New York the other way now.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Now here's Knight. Jaren Grant missing his last shot. There's the double team with Grant. Here's Morris. The Suns shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road. You know, there was a time when some thought Tyson Chandler would be a draft bust. But, you know, it took some time before he found his niche and has been one of the best bigs in the NBA for the span of his career. You know, that shows you also when you draft guys out of high school, they're going to need a couple more years to really define who they are as players.
Weems passes to Chandler. Shot to stop the drought. Stolen by Grant. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. And it's Ronnie Price with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Vujicic. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Knicks out front, leading by just 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, they dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And New York, looking at who they got. They've got a Flalo. Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony. And it's Galloway at the point. Here's Porzingis. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Still Knicks ball.
Here's Galloway. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's the screen. The second chance effort. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, you know, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Rejected by Len. They get it back. And Lopez throws it down. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. When you look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
Suns trail by 3.
And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that there really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kind of plays that often go overlooked.
Here's Galloway. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to Carmelo. New York needs to get off a shot. Lopez, no luck.
And Lopez, or as they like to call him, Rolo, an elite rim protector. Just a really good shot blocker, but he doesn't chase blocks. He just challenges every shot inside without fouling.
Anthony drives in. The layup missed. Phoenix has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. They get the rebound. Tucker. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
New York calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's Porzingis. That's short off the rim. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. It's Knight with the drive, and the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Suns lead.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
Anthony with the block. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. To stop the run, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. For New York, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And, you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And, guys, Brandon Knight really fits the mold of the new breed of NBA combo guard. He has the length and quickness to guard ones and twos, and his skill set allows him to generate offense both in transition as well as the half court.
Greg was talking about Brandon Knight. He'd really improved his shooting percentages before the midseason trade last year, and that was one of the bigger weaknesses, Clark, earlier in his career.
Yeah, not only was the shot going down more, it looked better. It was better mechanically, but now to take the next step, he has to cut down the turnovers.
Inside, it's deflected. Here's Porzingis, covered by Morris. Back to Aflalo. Chandler with the block. But they recover it. Here's Tucker. Out to Chandler. From past the arc. It's stolen by Anthony. And Aflalo. Bucket on the assist by Anthony. And the Knicks lead by 1. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for New York.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
Galloway kicks to Anthony. Here's Porzingis. Good work defensively by Morris.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Bledsoe kicks to Morris. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket. Knicks trail by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Morris a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Anthony drives in. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Morris. Here's Tucker. Phoenix calls timeout.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Watching P.J. Tucker, he does all the little things for you, plus some big ones as well. Ever since he came into the league, Clark, he's been a tremendous glue guy.
Yeah, he's a Velcro guy. You don't want him handling the ball a bunch or launching a lot of threes, but he's physically imposing, and he gives you what he's got. You know the effort is always going to be there with him.
So New York going with almost an entire new group. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Porzingis. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. Weems dishes to Price. And he feeds it to Lure. Here's Booker. Wide open look. And he gets it to go. Booker's got 5 now.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
The dish to Vujacic. Kyle Quinn, he's checked in for the Knicks.
Substitution for the Knicks. Kyle Quinn.
Now Vujacic. Pocket 6. Dishes to Grant. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Even though they're trailing, they're having some success from the foul line here, and that could go a long way towards getting them back into it. Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line, and that's a must-do when you're down.
For Phoenix, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Price kicks to Booker. Len with it. Serafin's there. Here's Lure. His shot misses. So New York will take it the other way. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And it's Williams with the jam. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Some changes for Phoenix. The Suns trailing. And here's Bledsoe to the right side. And Tucker kicks to Bledsoe. And the shot is good. Bledsoe's got his second basket of the night.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Back to Grant. 5 to shoot. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And now a 3-point New York lead. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Knight passes to Chandler. Stolen by Serafin. And here's the break. Here's Williams. No good. Some solid defense from Knight. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. That's good. The assist that time from Knight.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Grant outside. Pass to Serafin. And stolen by Knight. Here's Bledsoe. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the thing about Eric Bledsoe, he's an absolutely terrific athlete. Insane athletic ability, his speed with the ball, especially Greg in the open court. Remarkable.
Yeah, and when he gets a full head of steam, look out. He goes beast mode, if you will, on the basketball floor. He really, truly is like a running back in the open field.
Grant outside. He dishes it to Vujacic. To the paint. Here's Williams. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Talking about Bledsoe, one area where he has to improve his turnovers. He averaged over 3.5 turnovers a game. You can't be a championship point guard if you're not squeezing the arm.
It's a tight one. Neither team really able to create any separation.
We've been going back and forth, partner. It's been really, really tight so far.
Here's Grant. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
At the line for your Knicks.
And thinking a little bit more about Eric Bledsoe, yes, he could be more efficient, but his combination of points, assists, and rebounds per game is outstanding. If he focuses in and listens to his coaches, we could be talking about him in the upper echelon of point guard.
Morris a screen. Bledsoe kicks to Morris. It's tipped. Stolen by Serafin. Grant. That's good. Grant's got 12 points in the game.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
The shot by Knight, no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Bledsoe against Grant. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's Knight with the drive. Good D by Williams.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Here's Grant with 2 seconds left. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Knicks have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. That one is off. He hits the second from the line. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Knicks lead by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. We've seen Markieff Morris really having a great game.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Morris. He has 15 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
And on the floor for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half. Bledsoe and Knight of the backcourt. Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. And it's Chandler in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, you can't give him that kind of a position in the post.
Oh, without question. I mean, when he gets it in that tight and that close, that's easy. Real easy.
Porzingis passes to Lopez. It's stolen by Morris. Pushing it up. Right on that shot. With that, the Knick lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Tucker.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a 1-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Porzingis. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Bledsoe kicks to Knight. And stolen by Aflalo.
Great D. Picked it off and took it all the way for the solo finish.
Outside Knight. Lays it up and banks it in. Knight's got 6 points.
My goodness, since when does he score off the crossover? Now I've truly seen it all.
Lopez a screen. Here's Anthony. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night. 16.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Morris a screen. Bledsoe with it. He's got 9. He kicks to Tucker. Sinks the triple. Tucker's got 5 points in the quarter.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
New York calls timeout. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. There's Galloway, guarded by Price. There's a screen. Here's Porzingis. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
The line for your Knicks.
And he makes the first.
Porzingis.
He hits both from the stripe. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Price outside. Pass to Weems. Lopez over to help. Weems dishes to Len. Price kicks to Lure. 6 to shoot. Got a hand on it.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
You know, watching Aaron Aflalo, incredible form on his jumper, excellent mid-range shooter who's made himself into one of the league's better three-point shooters, too.
And the Suns call time here. And talking about Aflalo's impeccable shooting form, Greg, he can do it so efficiently in several seasons. He has been over 40% beyond the arc.
And also a terrific free throw shooter to go along with that. But it's his high percentages from mid-range that are really impressive. Hey, former NBA Shooting Stars champion.
Right.
Does that mean anything? Probably not.
And the Suns call time here.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Tucker, the pass to Morris. Bledsoe outside. And there's the pass to Tucker. From the baseline. Can't get it to go. Good D by Lopez. Now here's Anthony. Guarded by Tucker. Back to Anthony. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Suns trail by 8. Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 9. Chandler outside. The feed tonight. Chandler with the screen on Aflalo. Knight with it. He's picked up by Lopez. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
New York leading by 7. Here's Galloway. Guarded by Bledsoe. Lopez a screen. Passes it to Carmelo. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Out tonight. Morris outside. Suns keep it alive. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Here's Galloway. Feeds it to Lopez. And he stuffs it in on the jam.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark
Yes,
bringing it
sir.
down hard,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Knight wide open. Connects from three-point range. Knight's got 9 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Bledsoe outside. Chandler a screen. Bledsoe dishes to Chandler. Lopez with the block. Three-pointer. Goes back up. Kicks it to Aflalo. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Knicks, Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. Grant against Bledsoe. Pass to Porzingis. From past the arc. Can't hit. Good work defensively by Morris. Suns trail by 8. Knight kicks to Morris. Taken away by Anthony. Grant outside. Pass to Porzingis. New York, no good that time either. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Grant against Bledsoe. To the left wing. Here's Porzingis. They get it back. Seraphin.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their full bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
That's good.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
The drive by Anthony. That pushes it to double digits. And now an 11-point Knicks lead.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
For Phoenix, they have gone 6 of 9 at the line. No good on that one. A different look for New York. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Porzingis. Derek Williams comes in for Anthony. And it's Vujacic in for Aaron Aflalo. And the Suns here with a different look. Alex Len's checked in for Chandler. Sonny Weems comes in for P.J. Tucker. Booker, he's checked in for Brandon Knight. And it's Price in for Eric Bledsoe. In the corner, O'Quinn with it. Grant against Price. Grant the pass to Seraphin. Not enough on that one as it misses. Suns trail by 10. Morris with a screen on Grant. Grant against Price. Morris outside. He feeds it to Weems. He got right to the cup using that screen. Weems got it back down to within single digits for Phoenix. Grant against Price. Grant dishes to Vujacic. And the call will be against Alex Len. And that'll be his third foul so far. Lewis checked in for Phoenix. Price against Grant. Here's Vujacic. Back to Grant. Shot clock at 5. No good off the front iron. Suns trail by 8. Here's Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
They set the pick. Over in the corner, Williams. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Here's Booker. And it's off from three-point range.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning quick release on his jump shot.
Grant outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line.
They're committing an awful lot of fouls, and most of them are unproductive. You don't want to let guys get easy layups. I understand that. But this could turn into a parade to the foul line.
And the Suns call time here. The first free throw is good. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Suns trail by 8. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. That free throw, no good.
Boy, it's been a nightmare at the line for him. He keeps finding himself back at that free throw line over and over again.
Phoenix has gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Chandler outside. Back to Bledsoe. Clock at 4. Chandler with the screen on Grant. Back to Chandler. Stolen by Grant. One-on-one fast break. Here's Williams.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way. Woo. You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
The dish now to Chandler. Power down with both hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. New York ahead, up by 9. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. And the final period of play just about to start. Suns trail by 9. Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then there's a Flalo. Then it's Anthony. And it's Galloway in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. New York shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. The wide open look here for Anthony. A quick shot there, and it's off target. And so here's Phoenix. A shot by Knight, no good. Galloway kicks to Anthony. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Anthony's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for New York. Knight on the wing. Outside for Bledsoe. Shoots from the elbow. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Right wing. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Afflalo right side. Dishes it to Lopez. From 6 feet. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Suns trail by 9. For 3, Bledsoe. Couldn't get it to drop. He's now made 5 of 8 shots. Porzingis passes to Afflalo. He dishes it to Galloway. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Knicks lead by 12.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Check out the game for Eric Bledsoe. He's got 13 points, and what a game he's had passing. The ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's good from Anthony. Phoenix making some changes.
Carmelo Anthony.
And he makes both free throws. Suns trail by 13. There's a screen. Price kicks to Booker. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Free throw good, Booker.
At the line for 2.
He's off on the second. New York leading by 12. Porzingis passes to Anthony. From the top of the key. That's good. Anthony's got 14 points now in the second half.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Len, a screen. Price kicks to Len. Lopez with the steal. And it's blocked. And there's the pass to Galloway. Anthony drawing the double team. Here's Porzingis. Misses the 3.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Len.
Alex Len.
And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's the screen. Down low. And again, Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Timeout called. The Suns have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I had a chance to find out what Jeff Hornacek was discussing with his players. No surprise, really. The turnover situation was the focus. He told them, listen, we're giving it away, guys. We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
6 on the shot clock. Morris a screen. Bledsoe dishes to Morris. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Here's Galloway, guarded by Bledsoe. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Suns trail by 12. And Anthony sends it back.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Galloway kicks to Anthony. And Chandler sends it back. Nice shot by Porzingis. Suns trail by 12. The feed to Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morris has got 4 points this quarter. With the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a three-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space out the floor type game, and shot making gives you a chance to do that.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Clock at 6. For 3, Bledsoe. Rebound by Anthony. Anthony's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. It's hauled in by the Suns. Tucker's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Knight for 3, and that one's good. Knight's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Suns.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Knicks making a change here. Grant's checked in, and the Suns call time here. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Suns trail by 9. Price outside. He kicks to Weems. Taken away by Anthony. No good. And Phoenix will come the other way. Feeds to Lure. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
Price against Grant. Now Price kicks it to Lure. Phoenix no good that time either.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
What a great game for Anthony in this one. He's got 10 rebounds and some big-time point production as well. His success in the assist department is carried over to the free throw line.
Boy, has he been steady at the helm today.
Suns trail by 13. Bledsoe outside. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. But a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
And here is Grant. Pass to Porzingis. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Yeah, he earned that one. Taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Knight for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Grant against Bledsoe. Anthony on the wing. Lopez a screen. Here's Porzingis. Good work defensively by Morris.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. He's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Got a piece of it. Taken away by Anthony. Here's a follow. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. And that one falls for Aaron Aflalo.
Well, Aaron Aflalo in this one, he's got 8 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. He's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. Seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
And that one's good, Anthony.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Bledsoe banked in off the glass. Bledsoe's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Here's Aflalo. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
Bledsoe comes over to help. Knight against Aflalo. Pass to Grant. 5 to shoot. That's short off the rim. Suns trail by 13. Knight into the lane. And he gets it to go. Knight's got 20 points.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Lopez a screen. Porzingis passes to Lopez. Here's Porzingis, covered by Morris. Porzingis can't hit. Phoenix has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Knicks.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
No, they didn't. They found their way inside effectively all game long. Penetration always produces results.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Carmelo Anthony. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat. You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Clock at 4. Here's Williams. Collects the two-pointer near the hoop. And the Knicks lead by 11.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Fires for 3. Bledsoe with another miss. Grant outside. So it's New York picking up the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.